symptoms. So I got a lot of questions about what my symptoms were, and I think this is really important. And I just want to start off by saying it's something I haven't previously addressed, but your pap smear, that's not going to tell you if you have endometrial cancer or uterine cancer. Only if it had spread to the cervix would it be telling you that. So that is a comment. I got a lot of comments on that. People saying, that's why you get your yearly pap smear. Well, I was getting my yearly pap smear. And actually, I'd had one not too long before this diagnosis. And since it's a very slow growing cancer, it was undoubtedly there at the time. So I wanted to dispel that belief. The other thing that we get told is that what you would see for a symptom is pain, or you'd feel pain, you would have bleeding or spotting. And what we think, at least what I thought, was it would be similar to what I experienced when I was having a period. It would be in color similar. It would be sort of a bright or dark rusty colored red. Even if it was just spotting, that's what I was looking for. That is not what I saw. In fact, I didn't have much in the way of spotting at all. What I had was in my first early morning pee, early in the day. It didn't happen all day. What I would see in the toilet after was a tiny, think of almost like something that looked like a pink piece of twine about that big around, about that long, that would be in the toilet that was very lightly, I mean, very lightly tinged pink. It was like a white pink. And it actually looked to me early on, I thought it was just a sort of leftover piece of toilet paper in the bottom of the toilet. And then I started to realize, wait a minute, I see that most days. Is that me? So that's what I saw. And then as I tell people, um, I had a sort of an inner knowing, because I am very in touch with my body, and I do advise people, the more you're in touch with your body, so if you have lots of inflammation going on and things, you might not have that inkling the same. I know I probably wouldn't on Monday mornings after I've had lots of wine and bread and sugar over the weekend. But I did have that inner inkling. So, so that combined with this symptom is what got me to the doctor early. And that early diagnosis is what made all the difference. So going back to that, if it had spread to my cervix so that I got a pap smear, and by the way, over a certain age, your gynecologist will tell you, oh, you don't need to do pap smears anymore. But I still demanded it. So I was still getting it, even though I was told that. But in my case, that would have meant it spread. And I was very fortunate in that it was caught so early that there was no spread to lymph nodes. There was no spread to blood vessels. There was no spread to the cervix, fallopian tubes, or ovaries. Yes, they did take those because that's what they do with this kind of cancer, because there is a very good chance that those are the places it will come back. So I just, that's what made the difference between me having a surgery that was curative and me having to have chemo and radiation following. So I hope that helps.